What is going on, guys? So we all know that if you join the military, you're going to get all kinds of different kinds of benefits. You know, you might get your college for free. You're going to get retirement if you do your whole 20 years. But those are kind of like the basic things that most people know about. But in this video, we're going to talk about some more general things that are going to help you out kind of day to day, some benefits that you might not know exist. So before we get started on this video, I want to talk about a benefit that I'm kind of giving to you guys with a discount. It's just by being awesome. The new Jim Fidel code that I've had, Ward, which is normally giving you 15% off, I've now worked out a deal where it is 20% off. So if you use code Ward on Jim Fidel, it's gonna be 20% off. That's an awesome deal. But let's talk about something that is gonna be an even bigger deal, especially for those of you who are active duty and you're gonna be living on or near a post. So if you guys didn't know, whenever you're on a base, an army post, whatever you want to call it, there's going to be PXs, there's going to be commissaries. A PX is kind of like a Walmart / shopping mall, and then a commissary is kind of like a food line. And I just realized that there's probably not food lines everywhere, so it's kind of like just like a grocery store where you're going to buy foods and stuff. So you got a PX and you got a commissary. That's where you're going to be doing a lot of your purchasing whenever you are on base if you're active duty, because you know in the PX you're going to have electronics, you're going to be able to buy clothes and stuff there. You can also buy groceries at the PX. But the cool thing about this is, number one, things generally tend to be just a little bit cheaper, and I think a lot of that has to do with some tax benefits. And then the other thing I'll talk about is you're not gonna have to pay tax. But in general, a lot of things like at the commissary, or if you go to even just like the gas stations and stuff on a military base, like things are just a little bit cheaper. If you kind of compare prices, for example, you're gonna see, wow, this is actually a little bit cheaper. And then on top of that, you don't have to pay taxes. So let's say you're wanting to get something online. Let's say you're gonna buy a big purchase, kind of like a laptop or a TV or something, and you're comparing these two prices. There's a TV at the PX and there's a TV online or at Best Buy or something. Well, if you buy it at the PX, you don't have to pay taxes, which is an awesome benefit that a lot of people don't know about. Now let's talk about some of the benefits that I have experienced a lot recently, because I've been doing a lot of traveling, and this kind of gave them the idea to do this video because I've been going on a lot of flights and everything, and there's a lot of military benefits that surround the whole traveling and like vacationing, sphere of things that you're gonna have to purchase, whether that's like hotel rooms, flights, rental cars, things like that. But the cool thing that I want to talk about, if you guys don't know what a USO is, it's like a lounge. You can go on there. A lot of times there's free snacks, there's free food, you can sit, there's gonna be free Wi-Fi, they're gonna have recliners or something, or it's gonna be a lot better for you than just kind of sitting wherever else you're gonna sit. It's basically the same thing as like a lounge that you might get if you have like a really high-end credit card, or if you're a part of like a high-end club, but it's free. You just go in there, you just check in, and you're gonna get some free stuff. One cool USO that I just recently came across is the Dallas International Airport, whatever, Dallas Fort Worth. That airport has got a really cool USO. It's got a gym and stuff in it. Like, it's pretty cool. Now that's when you're at the airport, but when you're on your way to the airport, one cool benefit is whenever you're going to check your bags and do all that stuff, you guys know that, let's say you're gonna get a $300 plane ticket round trip, it costs a lot to bring bags with you. Whether you're on orders or not on orders, if you are in the military, you don't have to pay to check your bags, which if you have one bag, that's gonna save you between 50 and 70 bucks. If you have to check two bags, that's gonna save you well over $100 for that flight. And remember, you're gonna have to check your bags like both ways basically. So like it's gonna save you a lot of money doing that. The other cool thing is whenever you're checking into your flight, you can actually get free TSA pre-check. On the little ATM looking thing, you basically put in your DOD ID number, which is the number that's on your CAC, your military ID, and that's gonna give you TSA pre-check. If you guys don't fly a lot, if you don't know what I'm talking about, TSA pre-check is kind of like an expedited, service path through the whole check-in and TSA and all that stuff. So you don't have to take off your shoes. If you have laptops in your bag, which I've had every single time I've gone on the flight, you don't have to take that out. Now, whenever you land somewhere, you're traveling, if you need a rental car, one of the things I've talked about, how the vacationness and traveling gives you a lot of military benefits. Rental car companies, I have noticed, as of recently, because I've done a lot of traveling, will give a lot, like really big, discounts as far as, what the normal 10% discount that a lot of places do. I went to, I think, $1 dollar rental cars, and then I think it was like 50% off, which is just insane. And the last thing that kind of made me want to do this video is whenever you're driving around in a big city, maybe it's the city you're not used to or whatever, and you don't have like an easy pass for toll roads and whatnot. If you're in the military, whenever you go through a toll, if you go to like the ATM-ish, like the part where you actually will pay the person, you don't have to pay them. All you gotta do is show them your military ID. They're gonna write all the information down and you can be on your way. Now, a lot of people ask, you know, what happens if, you know, you're going through the toll and there's no tolls where you can actually pay for it. I did some double checking on this just to be safe, and if you do happen to go through a toll and, you know, they flash your license plate and you get a bill in the mail with some kind of penalty saying you have to pay this toll and you got to pay like an extra penalty on top of that, if you're in the military, you don't actually have to pay the penalty fees. You will just have to pay the actual price of the toll. So if there's like no place for you to actually physically pay and you happen to go through a toll, then you'll just get a bill for that. You don't have to pay the penalty fee. I can't talk, and you'll just save, you know, a couple extra bucks that way. Now, the next thing is if you happen to be paying your cell phone bill and you don't have a military discount on your cell phone bill, well, now you can save a little bit of money on your cell phone bill. So whatever you were paying before, you know, depending on the carrier, it's gonna be 10 to 15% off of your cell phone bill, which is just awesome. That's just gonna be a monthly thing that you're gonna be saving some money on. The other cool thing that has to do with cell phone carriers, I believe they've all started doing this now. I think Sprint started, and they were like, all right, military, you get really cheap unlimited data, and I believe the rest of the other ones have started doing that. Verizon just did that. I have Verizon, so I have picked that up. It's just a little bit more expensive than my current plan. I think I had 5 gigs, so it wasn't much more expensive for me to go from 5 gigs to an unlimited plan because of the military discount and the military rate that they give for unlimited. So that's really cool. But let's say you're paying that cell phone bill with a credit card and your credit card has an annual fee. If you're in the military, you definitely need to look into if your credit card has an annual fee or some kind of fee associated with it. See if they offer a fee waiver if you're in the military. I know the Chase cards that I have, they offer to waive the fees. I don't have the one that has like the $450 annual fee, but I have looked up that, you know, if you're in the military, there's like a Chase Sapphire card or something. It's a $450 annual fee, and they give you a $300 credit for travel. But if you're in the military, you can apply for like that fee to be waived, and then all of a sudden you don't have to pay that $450 annual fee, and then you get a $300 travel credit every single year, which is just like absolutely insane. A general trend that I've noticed is a lot of like amusement parks, national parks, I believe, you know, like museums and things like that, like attractions that you're gonna that you can go to. A lot of those offer free or really reduced military rated price. So Carowinds is a theme park that is near where I'm at. If I were to buy the season pass to go there, it's like $50 cheaper than the actual normal pass if you're just normal civilian. And then going to parks or museums or things, you know, where you have to pay to get in, a lot of times those are either free or just like super drastically reduced prices. For example, if you go to SeaWorld, I believe it's one time a month. At least that's what they told me whenever I went there. If you go to SeaWorld, it is one time a month that if you're in the military, you go there, you can bring 3 people with you. So you and 3 other people with you into SeaWorld for free once a year, which is actually a pretty cool benefit. So if you're near SeaWorld and you happen to want to go there every now and again, you know, once a year, that's just like a free little day trip. I know since a lot of my audience is kind of related to the military and a lot of people in the military like wearing sunglasses, if you're currently in the military right now and you don't know this, Oakley's, right? So Oakley's is a sunglasses company. You know, obviously they have other things besides just purely sunglasses. But if you go online for Oakley.com or whatever, and you search military discount, you can find to where you can get these for 50% off. Like legitimately 50% off of some Oakleys. That's freaking awesome. You're not gonna get that discount in store, but if you go online, you can get them 50% off. That's pretty awesome. Now, the last thing that I want to mention is all of the different stores and restaurants and just all the different places that will give you military discounts. Obviously, it's going to vary from location to location, but you can find some really cool places that will give pretty good military discounts. For example, myself, I'm a shoe guy. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you probably don't know that, but I really enjoy some shoes. And the Champs outlet, the Champs store that's near where I live, offers a 20% military discount. So that's kind of always my go-to place if I'm gonna buy a pair of shoes. If I want to spend $100 on a pair of shoes and I can save $20, that's really awesome. The other place that gives a huge discount that I like to go to all the time is Jersey Mike's Subs. That's a sub place. It's a, you know, similar to Subway. That's probably more mainstream for you guys to, picture or whatever. But they offer in my location a 25% military discount. So that's really awesome. That's not going to be across the board or anything, but if you're in the military, don't be scared to ask, especially if it's a place that you go all the time. For another example, Home Depot and Lowe's, they offer a 10% military discount. Me, myself, I've probably spent, during all the real estate stuff and all different things that I've done, I probably spent a good $10,000 at Home Depot, and I've saved 10% of that. So I've saved about $1,000 at Home Depot. For me, my general rule of thumb for myself is if it's not a place that I go to all the time, I don't generally ask everywhere you go, because there's a lot of people who are like, why would you ask for like a $4 thing from Chick-fil-A, because I'm pretty sure Chick-fil-A does a military discount. But if it's like over 20 bucks or something, I don't go there all the time, I'll generally ask. If it's a place that I go regularly, like very, very regularly, like Jersey Mike's, for example, I will spend a lot of money at Jersey Mike's going there. So I think it's, perfectly okay for me to get 25% off of like a $10 sub, because over time, all of these kind of add up. So I will leave some links in the description down below for some different websites, some different links, all the different restaurants, all the different things that you guys can check out. So if you guys are curious, if you're just thinking of joining the military and you just kind of want to look at, oh my gosh, this is a huge list of all the places that I can get 10% off of for pretty much forever. It's really cool. So while you're in the military, take advantage of basically everything you can. That's a big piece of advice that a lot of people gave me, and I'm gonna give that piece of advice to you. You join the military, get all the benefits that you can out of it, because when you get out of the military, a lot of those benefits are gonna go away. So that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be awesome. If you want to check out some more videos, hit the subscribe button. That would be even better. If you're not following me on Instagram and Snapchat, social media links are right here, right here, right here. So follow me on there. I hope you guys have an amazing freaking day, and I will see you later.